All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Trolley Brawl Stars. We're doing the top 5 tank counters. First up, number 5, we have Spike. Now, Spike has always been one of my favorites. He was maybe the first legendary I got. And the reason I love him is because he has so much damage on his projectiles, and his reload speed might not be the quickest, but he has great damage, and his star power with the curve ball can get people behind walls, or if people don't know how to dodge it, you can just keep poking them with it, and that's super handy. Even if someone is hiding behind cover, you can purposely aim the projectile so that the curve of the little projectiles will hit someone. Right, he has that gadget, which I just dropped, which is the little plant, which has some health. It can block a Piper shot for you, which can save your life. And when that plant dies, it'll heal you for 1,000, so it can block a shot and heal you. Very handy. Now, his super is just amazing. It has such good area denial. It slows enemies, and if you have that new gear, it'll slow them even more. And I think he's great. Now, with each brawler in this video, I'll be playing them first once on Solo Showdown to see how that goes in that mode, and then I will switch over to a 3v3 mode because that's more so what this is based off of. Now, a couple things that may not be the best about Spike. Spike, he does need certain maps because if people get too close to him, he can get killed. While he does have the damage and the healing and all this, he is still a very low HP character. And if, you know, a buzz stuns him, he's probably dead. Or something like this, he is very low HP, so he does rely quite a bit on good positioning and teammates, and you know, he definitely has some weak points, but if you can keep your distance and just keep firing, you will have some great success. So now we're playing some Brawl Ball, and this not necessarily Spike's best map, but definitely decent. Right now I'm just trying to keep my distance so that I don't charge the Nita's super, and I'm just trying to get some hits so I can charge mine. Now I have mine, and I put it right there to kill the dynamite. Unfortunately, he gets one shot off really quickly and kills me. We'll see if my teammates can go up and score while I die, or while I'm dead. Very well done. I will take the sacrifice, well worth it. Now again, just trying to dodge Dynamite and Fang and get some nice hits. Dynamite with the great kill there. I pass it up, go in, Fang dies. Dynamite, you should be able to score, and pops it to the left, scores. It was well done. I didn't even do much that game. Number 4 is Griff. Now Griff, I'm sure we all know, he used to be insane, and then he got a nerf, and he is much more balanced now. He still has very high damage. You can see here with no power-ups, he dealt 1,100 3 times with 1 ammo. He has quite a lot of damage, especially if you hit all shots in his clip. His super is also very high damage, and it's also a huge spread. You can see there I use it. You can see how many different brawlers it hits. You see the Edgar jumps on me, I use it again. Shelly almost gets me. Whew. That was a very close one. And I got the Shelly, luckily. Now, his gadget is an amazing wall break because you can put it wherever you want. I just sped it up for you here. It wasn't too much. But it's an amazing gadget. In Brawl Ball, it can blow open the enemy's cover or the enemy's net. In Gem Grab, if you have a couple snipers on your team, you can open up the whole map, and then Piper and Brock can just go to town. It's very versatile. It also does 1,000 damage in case there's a Mortis on you or something. It can be used defensively, even though it's not the best for that. And now, he does have great sustain. What I mean by sustain is healing, because of that star power where every couple seconds he heals, I believe it's 15% of his missing health, or max health or current health. I'm not exactly sure, but he does have that great healing star power, so that's nice because he can continue to shoot while healing because it doesn't require him to stop shooting. So that's very handy. You can just keep shooting, and you will get healed. And his gadget's good, and unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, he did get nerfed, so you can't chain supers like you used to be. But I'm really glad because it used to be quite broken. He used to just super, hit someone with a normal ammo, super, and then super, and then and it was insane. I one time saw 3 of the same Griff's ults going for supers. It's just silliness. But anyways, I'm glad he is fixed. And another thing to keep an eye on with Griff is that it does take a while to unload ammo, so he doesn't have the burst of, you know, spamming auto fire on his 3 ammo. You do have to be a little more careful because you do have to let him finish shooting that first ammo before you can shoot the second one. Now I know it's just a little thing, but it is something to be careful of because while you're shooting, you can't start shooting again until you're done. So just keep that in mind. Now, you can see here, we're just trying to pick the enemies apart. The Primo does a good job there, defending, gets the 2 of us. Alright, now, unfortunately he went down. I'm just trying, you can see the amount of damage that I'm doing to Primo, get him down with my super there. Taro is just slightly out of range. Buzz went in on the clones, but it all worked out for the best. That was quite nice. I thought they would kill the Buzz there for sure, but they didn't. So now we're up by 1, and I see the Primo going in. I'm worried they're going to score, and they do, even though both my teammates were there. Got it right in between them. Unlucky, but it's fine. We should be able to come back and dominate. We just need Buzz to land a good stun for the kill, and then we can go in off of that. But unfortunately our teammate goes down, but I get my super, and you can see how much damage it does with the El Primo there. It's a bit crazy. Luckily the Tara ult, and she blocks that goal in the max. And now the Buzz and I are back. The Buzz goes in. I love it. I use my super. Oh, the Primo's so low. Unfortunately, I don't get him. The Tara supers me. I go down. This is not looking the best. 20 seconds left. Tara supers Max. Max has that crazy dash gadget. And I still have 1 gadget, but it's about to go into overtime anyway. I notice the Buzz takes down the Max and actually hits the goal right there. That was quite a good job by the Buzz. Sneaky low goal. Alright, now on to number 3 tank counter, and this one might have been the first one to pop up in your head because Colette deals so much damage to tanks. And let me break it down for you really quickly. So on her auto attack, she does such high damage to tanks because damage is based on your current health. So if we were to take Frank and put him with the star power that gives him an extra 1,000 health and put him power 11, so he has like 11 or 12,000 health, and I hit him while he's at full health with an auto attack, I think it does 3,000 or 4,000 damage. So you can see if she is against 3 tanks or 2 tanks and, you know, a medium health person or something like this, she can really do a lot of damage. So you can tell it does damage based on her current HP, so if Frank did have 1,000 HP, it wouldn't do that much damage, but it does require a minimum of 700 damage, I believe. Now, the super does damage off of their maximum HP instead of their current HP. So that one will always do some good damage against tanks and generally always do not the best damage against the lower health people. Now, let's talk about her gadget because it is also very good. It heals her. When you activate it, I believe it's for the next 3 or 5 seconds. Every shot you land heals you. So it's quite nice because you can be at half health, use it, land a few shots, heal yourself back up to full, and they might even damage you, but you do have an extra second or 2 to land a couple, or at least 1 more shot, getting you a bit more healing. So right there, I missed my super, unfortunately. The dynamite has been going for me non-stop. Let me just try and put an end to him quickly. He's hiding in the corner. I know he knows I'm coming. I'm just trying to see where he throws, and so I can dodge it. He's getting me somewhat low. Crow is just not doing anything, and the dynamite finally goes down. Crow picks me off, but I'm happy with second there. All right. So, back to Brawl Ball. Now, my enemies are Mortis, Sandy, and Edgar, which aren't necessarily tanks. I know Mortis has some decent HP pool, but I unfortunately don't do the most damage against these opponents, and I don't think our tick was playing very well there. And I just fast forwarded because it was a lot of back and forth, just a bunch of nothing, not the most entertaining stuff. I get the Edgar kill there. I know the Mortis is there, but he ignores us with the ball for some reason and passes it to me, and I score. So that ties it up 1-1. Now, it's just a bunch more back and forth, back and forth. We almost scored, they almost scored, back and forth. And then finally, it's overtime. Pam passes it and just kind of runs at them and dies. And then the Tick tries to score and dies. And now I'm left alone against all three of them, just trying to land some shots here, keep them low. A little bit of lag there, land my super for the kill. So now we're up 3 against 2, and then we kill the Mortis, and the Edgar gets all distracted by me. That the Pam actually gets to go up, and the Pam scores. Well done, Pam. All right, number 2, one of my favorites, Lou. I used to hate Lou, didn't like Lou, didn't do well with Lou. Nothing was good. Oh, by the way, if you play this game, don't AFK. I see it in Power League, I see it in Solo Showdown, I see it in Brawl Ball. Come on, don't AFK. You deserve to die if you AFK. Alright, now, back to Lou. His auto attack, it doesn't do the most damage. I think it's 600 or 700 per projectile, and he shoots 3, so it's decent. Not bad at all, if you land all 3. It is a bit hard to land because his projectile speed is slow. He doesn't have much projectile spread, so it's either like you're hitting 2 or 3, or you're almost hitting like 1 or none. So anyways, it's not the best auto attack, but what it does is it does start the freezing meter. Now if you hit them with enough to fill that meter, they will become frozen, which essentially stuns them for a second or 2 and allows you to land a bunch more hits, again filling that meter, or at least filling your super. And with Lou, I don't have it because I only have him at power 9, but you definitely want the supercharged gear, because then if you land 2 auto attacks, he has his super, which is just insane on Hot Zone. So good. And both of his gadgets are good. I'd say the one that makes you immune to damage is more or less only good on Solo Showdown if an Edgar jumps on your face or a Buzz tries to stun you or something. But once again, Lou is not a Solo Showdown character. He is made for area denial, so essentially only Hot Zone, maybe Temp Grab, but I don't know. He's a Hot Zone guy, kind of like how Meg is a Hot Zone girl. Okay, so now Lou. His super is a huge circle that causes opponents to slide. It's a little hard to describe unless you've experienced it. It's like you can't move very quickly, and you're kind of sliding. I don't know how else to explain it. And it also charges your freezing meter. And I also have the other gadget, which instantly adds, I believe, 40 or 50% to their freezing meter if they're in my super, which is quite good. Now, I know he's good on Hot Zone, and I tried to play him on this map, but it did not go well. And I tried to play him on this other map, and it also didn't go well. But at least you can use your gadget to help you stun people. And when tanks are right next to you, it's easy to land your auto attack, stunning them. And a tank that's stunned is very easy to kill. So Lou is great. He stuns and he slows and he makes them slip. And he is quite good as a tank counter. If an Edgar jumps on your face or a Sam starts coming at you, just stun them, and hopefully your teammates. Number 1. This is Otis. Otis is craziness. Look at this damage. I fire 4 projectiles because I have the star power, where I fire an extra one, and they each deal 638 damage. without a power cube, which is over 2,400 damage if you land them all. So that's more than 2,400 damage per attack, and I don't even have him at power 11. And as you can see, that's so much damage, and he has long range, so he can do well against most characters in the game because he has pretty good range and good damage. And his gadget is great for area denial if you use it on hot zone, because it leaves, oh my goodness, excuse me, it leaves that little circle on the ground, kind of like a barley attack. You can see it there. Now it's great on hot zone, or it's great to kill people who are hiding behind walls, whatever you need it for. And his super has got to be the best tank counter in the game, and one of the best supers in the game. His super stops you from doing every single thing except moving. I know, I said it's slow because that's crazy. It's actually crazy. Because if, let's say, a Sam, one of the best tanks in the game right now, he's sprinting at you, you shoot him once, maybe twice, and you have a super, but then he hits you with the super and uses his gadget to pull you in, and you're like, oh no, this is not good, my teammates aren't nearby, I'm dead. And then you click that super button. You don't even have to aim it because he's close enough to you. It will hit him, he is silenced, he can't do a thing, and then you just stand next to him and start hitting him with auto attacks. And you deal so much damage that you'll be able to kill him. Plus, your super, it doesn't only silence, it does also do damage. I think it does around 500 for 3 or 4 ticks. So it's an extra 1,500 or 2,000 damage right there. So that's really good. Plus, another thing that is handy is Otis's projectile spread. If you don't know what that means, it means when you shoot your auto attack, if they all stay in a straight line or if they kind of go left or right. Like Colt's attack goes in a straight line, but Lola's has a spread, left and right? Okay, so Otis has a great spread. Well, right there, that was a very close victory. But Otis has one of the best projectile spreads, meaning even if your aim was slightly off, you will probably or maybe still hit with one of the projectiles. So you'll still get partial supercharge, which is very, very good. Whew, a lot of talking today. Now, the thing with Otis is if you aren't fighting tanks, he does still do good damage, and his super is still very good, and his gadget's still very good, but his super is a bit harder to hit at range. It is a bit of a slower one, and if you miss it, it's just gone. Your super was just useless unless you use that gadget which leaves it on the floor, but I don't think that's a very good gadget. So that is one problem. If you're all fighting all snipers, you probably don't want to choose Otis. And he doesn't do the best against certain tanks that are longer range. Again, they're not long range, but like Buster, for example, you have to be careful to hit your super. A, if he's too far, you gotta aim it right. And B, if he has his shield up, you have to wait to shoot your projectile. So, you know, there's always exceptions to every rule and whatnot, but he is very good against tanks and very good against brawlers in general with his crazy damage. You see, I silenced the Chester there, and the Chester I don't think realized it because it started running at my teammates and they finished him off. And we killed the Sam there, and the Spike gets the kill, not the kill, the goal. Pyro Homie scored. And anyway, Otis has been one of my favorites. I've been playing more Power League since my last video. I've made it up to Gold 3 now, slowly getting there, and I've been playing a lot of Otis because he really is quite good and versatile. And I've been playing a lot of Max because I think Max or Gray have to be the best. I think Gray's the best brawler in the game, and he will get nerfed next patch. I think at least his gadget that pulls you through walls. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed something, learned something. Top 5 tank counters. I love you guys. Take care. See ya.